Day one of the Melbourne Darts Masters as the PDC continues on with its Australian swing. Would Perth power through in the form of the original, or would Super Chin sizzle? The roar of a king. Corey Cadby looking for a major scalp, but Peter Wright is no easy out. How about Damon Hayda? Could he repeat the heat this weekend? Or would James Wade say, not on my watch, buddy? Plus, we had some MVG on the docket. Put some shrimp on the Barbie. Darts down under today on High Roller Radio. Yes, for the second straight weekend, PDC arrows on full display in Australia. Brisbane first, now Melbourne. World Series of Darts is back, announced Charlie Gray. He was excited, as was MDA Promotions, which tweeted out the draw, letting everyone know about Daryl Gurney's tough opening round tie. Kyle Anderson. There are the rest of our fixtures. A busy day, 8 tilts for us. How about James Wade versus Damon Hayda, last week's champion? There you see the tourney odds. MVG the favorite as always at 7-4. Rob Cross next. He's listed at 7-2. Snake Bites 13-2. The bookies have Ando at 7-1. Super Chin rounds out the top 5, 12-1 to win in Melbourne. By the way, Hayda, a 33-1 long shot to go back-to-back. All right, here we go. Full disclosure, I picked this one up late, our first match, Australia time, remember, and that is very early here in Canada. I can tell you, though, that Simon Whitlock was in full control over debutante qualifier Mick Lacey. We got this reaction after some wizardry, the 180. Lacey didn't play bad for his first time up on that big stage. He put 3 legs on the board, but at 5-3 against throw, Whitlock ended it. Double 6 to close out a 6-3 victory over his compatriot. He averaged 97. Happy with that, he said. Once I got in front, I knew I was going to win. I just had to finish the job. Hopai Puha making his entrance, his second showdown in as many weeks against Raymond van Barneveld, the big Dutchman, playing in his last ever event down under. This, his Aussie farewell. Great start. Very first leg, produced the 109 checkout, double 16 to set the tone. Nice finish. Puha responded with this, a beautiful 171 to leave 36 in the second leg, but ouch, couldn't find the double, and Barney was there to capitalize. The 89 checkout for 2-0. The Kiwi kept fighting though. Nice max here in leg 3, en route to leaving 36 after only 9 darts, and yes, he'd nail it this time to get on the board. But that was it. From there, it was Dutch domination. The averages in leg 5, 102, playing 92. They love the darts in Melbourne, don't they? Banana heads. They love Raymond as well. He closed it out with 4 on the spin for handshakes. 6-1 your final. Barney's best performance in a long time, tweeted at Darts Melbourne. He averaged 106.13, had 3 180s, and was 75% on doubles. Kyle Anderson would love those numbers, wouldn't he? Especially that 75% on the outer ring. He'd need something special as he charged up the stairs, ready for one of the standout clashes of round 1, playing Daryl Gurney, who was ready to do his thing. The Super Chin sing-song. He was not messing around either. The Northern Irishman with 3 180s in the first 2 legs. This double 16 good for an 11 darter and 2-0. He'd fire in another 180 in the third leg as well and follow with the 65 checkout, blistering darts, 4 maximums, and a 115.62 average through 3 legs. Credit to Anderson, though. From 4-1 down, he clawed it back. He held first, then broke on double 10 for 4-3. But the comeback was thwarted thanks to costly mistakes in the 8th leg. He missed the big number first, then the double, and that was it. You can't do that against players like Gurney. 6-3 Super Chin advances to the quarterfinals. Overall, I thought it was a good game, he said. If I can start like that and maintain it, I'll be hard to beat. Boom, get in, Daryl, tweeted David Shaw. Go all the way and lift that trophy. Cue the AC/DC for this guy. Number 2 on the Aussie Order of Merit, James the Bull Bailey, walks out to Thunderstruck. Tough task, though, as Gary Anderson usually brings the TNT. That he did today. Raced out to a very quick 3-0 lead, thanks in part to this double 10. It got to 4-0, then 5, and yes, then 6. Anderson all over the red bit and Bailey. For the whitewash, it was tidy. Had a 100 checkout in there, a 100 average as well. The Flying Scotsman through to the Elite Eight. We got the win, he said. I'm happy with that. 43% on doubles. That's not too bad for me. Really looking forward to our next contest, Corey Cadby v. Peter Wright, as we check out the Kings' #1 fan. A slow start from both, but Snakebite, the more consistent of the two, through 4 legs, leading 3-1. This was clutch from Cadby, though, with Wright on 20. He took out 96, a clean kill, just 2 darts needed, and can you say fired up? He loved that one. But he'd squander chances the very next leg, and Snakebite would pin tops for 4-2. He can celebrate too, you know. Turned to the crowd and said, how about that? He then made it 5-2 with the finger point, eventually closing it out on tops for the 6-4 result and handshakes. Probably my worst performance all year long, he said, but it's a W. I won't do that tomorrow. The Machine, James Wade, on next with the unenviable task of playing last week's champion, Damon Hayda. And yes, the heat is rising in the land of the kangaroo. He can't go back-to-back, Kenny. Well, I took the dog for a walk and I came back to this. Wow, a blowout. Hayda leading 5-1 on cruise control. This the face of a man playing with a ton of confidence, and this the look of a winner. Damon Hayda 6, James Wade 1, no contest as he again turned some heads. Great showing, 99.6 average, 5 180s, 75% on doubles. Some felt he was lucky to win last week. Pretty much proved it wasn't a fluke, he said. It's unreal. Happy days. The Machine malfunction, tweeted Brian. Last week's winner does it again, said commentator Chris Mason, asking a great question. Is he Aussie's #1 player right now? You know what? He might just be. This is the world's #1 player, of course. Michael Van Gerwen being introduced and then mobbed on his walk-on. Wonderful crowd on hand in Melbourne, as you can see right there. He jumped out in front of Tim Pusey, 2-0. Good job by the qualifier in clawing it back to level at deuces. But from there, it was Michael on his motorcycle. Zoomed away in convincing fashion. This his 4th maximum. This double 4 made it 5-2. 6-2 your final. They call him Mighty Mike for a reason. No problem securing his spot in the quarters. He averaged 93. Our 8th and final fixture featured a pair of Robs, Robbie King versus Rob Cross. It was scrappy, and it was all voltage. He only averaged mid-80s most of the way through, but it was enough against a guy making his TV debut. This double 16 made it 3-1, had little issue in this one. Rob Cross, can I kiss you? The sign says you can't get if you don't ask right. 6-2 your final, and there you have it. Day 1 down under is done. 8 matches in the books. There are your results. We've got the quarterfinals tomorrow as we play down to a winner. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Today on High Roller Radio.